basically claiming BtB Savage lied on the Vlad TV interview, and she's claiming that BtB Savage is the one that robbed and killed her brother, not her brother tried to rob him. So y'all take this with a grain of salt. Either you believe it or you don't. For her safety, I will not be disclosing how she looked. I will not be disclosing her name. No videos, no nothing. But this is the story she told me. She said her brother was known for selling weed. And BtB Savage, this wasn't a stranger to her brother. Her brother has been at BtB Savage's house plenty of times and has sold BtB Savage weed plenty of times. BtB Savage, also his apartment, you need basically a gate pass to get in, which her brother had a gate pass, is even how he had to get in. So she said about the story about him not knowing her brother is false. She also said, who would let a complete stranger in their house at that time of night without knowing them? But she said her, the nephew, which is Omari Richardson's son, and Omari Richardson, they basically went upstairs. Omari went in the house after getting a phone call from BtB Savage saying he needed some bud, and he didn't let the sister or the son in. They had to wait outside. After Omari walked in, he locked the door. So that was the first lie he told, according to her. She said they waited outside and they could hear scuffling. They heard scuffling, then they heard gunshots. Then they heard more scuffling, then they heard gunshots. She said Omari told them they trying to rob me. They trying to rob me. Shoot through the door. So she said that's when the son, which is a teenager, and they all know this, so I'm not saying nothing. I got the okay to say this. Tried to shoot through the door to shoot the lock off, but he couldn't. So she said over time like that, she stopped hearing her brother. The door opened. The girl came out first, frantic, shaking, crying, hugged her like, I'm so sorry he shot him. I'm so sorry he shot him. Mind you, she said that the girl did not have a baby in her hands. She said BT Savage and the other dudes ran out. Now the thing about the other dudes is the other dudes didn't get along that was in BtB Savage's house already prior to Omari Richardson getting there with Omari Richardson. Mind you, they're in Omari Richardson's hometown. BtB Savage not from San Antonio. He from up here, and you know, he basically had some dudes in the crib already, and Omari didn't know that until he got in there and they locked the door. So she said he lied about that part, and he didn't have a baby in his hands as well. So the whole thing about how the son was in the house, I was here to protect my son. I was thinking about protecting my son. She calling that cat because she said nobody ran out with a baby. And she said when everybody ran out, they walked in and they seen Omari Richardson on the ground. Now, she said the discrepancy that BtB Savage said was Omari Richardson had $50,000 in his pocket. Well, they didn't find that $50,000, so somebody took the $50,000. You feel what I'm saying? She also said police reports said that Omari Richardson only had 3 bullets fired from his gun. But in the interview, BtB Savage said he shot more times. Omari Richardson shot way more than 3 times out his own gun. She said after the murder took place and all that, basically BtB Savage let the brother know. This is how all these people all knew each other. There were no strangers. Like, bruh, it wasn't like that. I was basically trying to tell him to chill out. He came to my house on some BS. You know, I didn't want him to, you know what I mean? I didn't want that to happen. But on the interview, he was basically being braggadocious. Told the dude, fuck you, you gonna die here and all that. So basically, the story that he gave Vlad TV to her wasn't the story because for one, she was there. And for two, that ain't the same story he was running around telling people. You feel what I'm saying? She said that they did give him self-defense, but they were reopening the case. You feel what I'm saying? Because he was, you know, texting people different stories than what he told the police, man. This whole situation is crazy, man. So basically, man, BtB Savage, rest in peace his soul, rest in peace Omari Richardson. It's alleged that he was friends with Amari Richardson. He dealt with Amari Richardson before. That is not Amari Richardson's first time in his house. She said she also found it strange that he wouldn't let Amari's son in there that time because he done been up there other times. But she said because it was dudes that was already in there, and she believed in her heart that BtB Savage plotted on robbing her brother, and he's the one that killed her brother, not the girl. You feel what I'm saying? Now that the girl shoot, yeah, but she believed it was after guns was slid to her and they was tussling and all this. You feel what I'm saying? Because they had to have checked the girl for gunpowder residue. You feel what I'm saying? But she believed in her heart that he killed her. Also, word on the street is that Amari Richardson's death had nothing to do with BtB Savage. He had his own stuff going on. Running off with people money, man, scamming people, you feel me? So they kind of picked the perfect time while he getting shine for this. The police gonna think it came from them, but really it came from us. We about to put this head out on them for taking our money, man, scamming us and playing us. You feel what I'm saying? Now, y'all can take all this with a grain of salt, but this came from his blood sister, bro. It was way more said, but, you know, I ain't gonna go into that much detail. I'm gonna just basically sum up the story that was gave to me. How y'all feel about this, man? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe to the channel, man. Amari Richardson's sister calling cap on BtB Savage's interview. She said it did not go like that. Her brother was called to his house. He did not call for no feature. She said it was not about no feature. It was about the transaction. She said when he got there, they weren't allowed in. Only the brother, and BtB Savage locked the door when he came in. She said when the door was finally able to open, dudes ran out, the girlfriend ran out, came to her, told her I'm sorry. And, you know, BtB Savage ran out, and they all left Amari right there, laid out to bleed. He did not have none of the money he came with. He was not a stranger to him. He came with thousands of dollars and died with nothing in his pocket, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel, man. KingAkFortyseven, voice of the streets. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. I will go in depth on it a little more on the live stream, but this was the sum of it, man. Amari Richardson's sister calling cat.
All right, what's up, gang? This is Soccer TV, gang, and you know we tapping in right now. All right, I'm tapping in live from the hills. I mean, I'm literally living in the hills right now. I'm chilling while I'm recording. You feel me? We finna talk about the BtB Savage situation because I think it is really crazy, and I think it is, you know, it's kind of untimely that his death happened right after he dropped the Vlad interview, and he was saying all the shit he was saying in that interview. And pretty much, it was a lot of things that I was speculating from how he was explaining the interview and how things had transpired in the way that they did. And I honestly had a few questions myself. And honestly, man, shout out KingAkFortyseven because, you know, I tune in with bro sometime. And, man, that video that he just posted about the shit, about his sister allegedly, you know, coming out, you know, speaking with him and saying the things that she said. Man, listen, bro, we all know when it comes down to certain situations, man, there's a lot of things that can go a lot of different ways. And I think that that's pretty interesting that that side of the story came out. You know what I mean? I mean, like, yeah, so anyway, shout out to KingAkFortyseven for dropping that video because, yeah, bro, I think that shit is finna go crazy. And if people, you know, kind of put their noodles into it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can kind of draw lines yourself. But I still think it's still crazy that it's still the fact that this all happened after the Vlad TV interview. Bruh was just, he man, dude, listen, if that did go the way that it did happen as he explained it, fine. You know what I mean? He got all right to feel the pride that he feel in whatever else that come with that. But at the same time, the way you explained it on rap, dude, like, regardless of whatever the fact you were feeling, whatever, like, you know, sometimes you gotta learn about concealing yourself and humbling yourself, because that did not look too gangster anyway, regardless. You know, whether you came out victorious or not, whatever, like, it didn't look too gangster or too G or whatever you trying to, you know, prove or whatever anyway. You know what I mean? And half of the story was involving your bitch saving your life. So I don't know how gangster really was dude anyway. But like, you know, I just think that it was you know, it was some things that I was speculating myself, and I was kind of okay. I started questioning myself too when I was hearing some of the things that he said, and I really think it's important that AK came out with that video, because I really think AK might be on to something. And I mean, you don't ever know until you know. So yeah, man. This is Saga TP Game, man. Y'all already know. Tune back in. I'm gonna have some more videos coming, so you already know what's up. We out.